Morning, guys. Well, actually, it's well into the afternoon. A very busy morning after having the weekend, I suppose, off and away. And we want to introduce you to a new employee that we have today. So you all know Ferdinand from such episodes as the Christmas Kitchen or the Kitchen Butcher blog. But today he's decided he really wants to work with James.
Yeah.
And has taken over one of James's computers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been sat there for about 20 minutes now or so, refusing to move.
Nice.
Isn't that right, Ferdinand?
I've work to do.
Say hello to everybody. We think somebody missed us while we were away for the weekend. Isn't that right, Ferdinand? Yeah.
He wants cuddles.
And we have Tilly's down here fast asleep. Are you asleep, Tilly? You're awake. You're the cute little girl. You gonna say hello to everybody? No? Yes. So I think around about now is a good time to break for some lunch. I am starving. Are you?
Yes.
Okay. Should we go and grab some lunch?
Mm-hmm.
So we are, I suppose, a little bit kind of, I know, bummed out or not like sort of the happiest because we discovered this morning, and this is going to seem really random. Oh, it's very dark down here. Excuse the mess, we're still in the middle of decorating for Christmas and all the rest, so there is things everywhere. But for those of you, or for anybody who has read our About section, you will know that one of the things that we had intended on including in our vlogs and that is our journey to starting a family and hopefully moving on to a new house or building a new house. And so to give you all a little bit of, I suppose, background information, when we got married, or before we got married 8 years ago, I wasn't in the best of health and I was going for a lot of doctor's appointments and tests and so on and so forth. And actually the day we returned from our honeymoon, we got a phone call from our local doctor's surgery, and they had asked us to come in that my latest test results had come back. And not then, but a short time after that, we were referred on to a consultant and a specialist, and through them we learned that our chances of having children were very slim, and that most likely if we did have children that it would be with assistance. I have big infertility problems that give me a whole host of other sort of health problems as a result of that. One of the things that I have is a syndrome called polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is very common. Many women have it. People have it all different, I suppose, like levels or severities. Mine is quite severe, and it comes with a lot of the more, I suppose, severe symptoms and things that come with that. Anyway, we knew for a very long time, or we knew from the start, that I had a tumor that went not well. Originally it was thought because of this, but it now turns out that they were actually independent but sort of feeding each other. So anyway, flash forward through 8 years of fertility treatments and other treatments and so on and so forth. And then one day, totally unrelated, I ended up in hospital with suspected kidney stones. We actually don't know if it was kidney stones or if it was something else, but suspected kidney stones. But while they were doing all of this sort of investigation to see what was wrong with me, the doctors there just saw for themselves the first time the tumor that I'd known about for quite some time. And they were very, very concerned about it. And it was actually through their concern that it has, I suppose, like...
Evolved?
Well, not evolved, but it sort of fixed or helped us to get to the positive place that we are in currently. Earlier in the year, in March, I had an operation that removed the tumour and one of my ovaries. And thankfully that we always knew the tumour was benign, and the doctors were pretty confident, even the new doctors, that it was still benign because of the aggressive nature of the type of tumour they believed it to be. They thought I would be long dead. So I had the tumour removed. They're all very excited about it, or were, because it's a very rare tumour. I'd had it since conception. It was called a teratoma, and it was a testosterone producing tumour. And among other crazy things they found in it, there was hair, bone, teeth and skin in the tumour as well. So it's something I'd had since birth. But anyway, the removal of the tumour and the ovary resulted in over the last, 6 to 9 months, my body sort of regulating itself a little bit more, and some of the sort of like things a woman goes through every month returned, which I hadn't had for over 8 years. But we discovered this morning, because I do a thing called temping, so I take my temperature every morning to see what kind of a cycle that I have and when I'm ovulating. And we've been doing this for about 3 months now, so we have 3 months of data, I suppose. We discovered that even though I am getting a period, I'm actually not ovulating, currently at least. So we are, I suppose, a little bit disappointed. For 8 years, we had pretty much resolved ourselves to the fact that we wouldn't have a biological family. We definitely always wanted to have a family, but that it probably wouldn't be our joint biological child, that maybe it would be a surrogate and James's sperm or something like that. And also we had been told that after I was 35 that they would consider it too dangerous for myself and the child because of the health problems that I have. But a few weeks ago, actually a month ago, the doctor told us that had all changed now, that because of advances in medicine and because of how my body was healing, or I don't know what the proper term would be, that wasn't the case, and that we could potentially have a child unassisted. So we're very excited, and well, we would be thrilled if we got pregnant immediately. It's something that we're hoping that might happen in sort of next year, this time next year, or towards the later half of the year, just so that we can get me and ourselves a little bit more prepared. Not that I think you can ever be prepared, but you know. So the fact that I'm not ovulating, well, it's not the end of the world, and it doesn't mean I won't ovulate. It's just a little bit disappointing. So I suppose after our fantastic weekend with family and friends, and sort of starting the Christmas decoration, sort of the wind has kind of come out of our sails just a little bit. But so fingers crossed things will improve. And there's loads of options open to us. It's just, I suppose, things had been going so positively for us for the last few months that it's just a little bit of a knock for us at the moment, isn't it?
Just a little. But we'll get through it.
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, it is a little disappointing, but look, as I said to you this morning, these things might regulate themselves.
Well, yeah, true. It doesn't mean it's never going to happen. It's just, it's not currently happening. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We have been trying to finish off the rest of our Christmas decorations, and we think we're more or less there. The only thing I'm not happy with is our table centerpiece, but most of most everything else is good. So we're going to put everything back up into the attic, and then we're actually going to do some like redecoration stuff in our room here. So we're going to take down these kind of netty curtains and the drape there, and we're actually going to put them here with our new curtains, which as you can see are drying here. They're not quite dry yet, but they are drying. And we bought a new mirror in IKEA about a week ago, and we're going to put it on the back of the bedroom door.
I thought that's where you wanted it.
Yeah, I think so. It's like a full-length mirror, so we are going to put it here because even though we have these 3 mirrors, because they're sort of orientated at the top, as you can see there, you can't actually see your full self in them really, unless you kind of stand at a weird angle. So yeah, I think that's what we're kind of going to do. And then we're going to have bangers and mash for dinner. And bonus points if anybody can tell me what bangers and mash is, particularly those people who don't live in Ireland and the UK. Sure. So which of you correctly guessed that bangers and mash is actually sausages and mashed potato? And we served ours tonight with onion gravy. It is the most amazing comfort food for a stormy, wet night, don't you think?
Amazing.
So good. And we made way too much potato. But hey.
I told you about that.
What is Ferdinand? Can you see Ferdinand over there? He is under the tree. He's not sure if he wants to play with the tree or fall asleep on the tree mat or get into the bed beside it. What's the matter? What's up? So we are going to have some dinner now because we're starving. And I'm still really tired. I don't know why I'm so tired. Are you tired?
I am a little bit.
Really? I suppose. But it's a night for a nice fire Look, oh my god, he's eating the side of the tree. Ferdinand. I'm going to go and have to sort him out.
So, evening everybody. So, just in from a really nice long walk. I'm about to make a cup of tea. I do love my tea. And just noticed some interesting news. There's some planning permission for some really cool stores in coming into Lusk, and is it sad? I'm kind of excited by that. It is, isn't it? There's I suppose that's the sign of middle age. There's a discount food store, which is generally in Ireland Aldi or Lidl, which is kind of exciting, and possibility of a creche as well for future kids when we have them, and a entranceway into that as well. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to like infrastructure and retail and new things. I really like roads and tunnels and bridges, and there's exciting plans for Lewis's in Dublin as well, and I follow that all the time. So I don't know if anybody else likes that, but it's just something I'm really into. It's more, I call it road porn. It's really infrastructure porn, because I like everything from reading about roads to trains to airports to even broadband infrastructure. I get excited a little bit about like fibre optic cable going into houses and speeds of 1 gig, and it kind of gets me excited. I'm a little sad, I know. So anyway, I'm going to continue and make this cup of tea. By the way, this is my bedroom t-shirt, Bazinga. I'm a little bit of a closet fan of The Big Bang Theory as well.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate how unbelievably Christmassy this room is right now? It is so cozy and so Christmassy. And I got my little baby here. Yes, I do. And I got my other baby over there. Who's a good girl? Huh? Who's a good girl? I love Christmas so much. I'm so glad all the Christmas decorating is done though, because it took a while. How are you guys getting on with your Christmas decorating? I suppose it took us about 2 days to do this. Not obviously full days. But yeah, over the course of 2 days. But it is pretty Christmassy. And as you can see, I got my white lights. Although we do have some colored lights over here, just so James can get his way too. But yes, I am glad it's done, and now I feel like we can get on with the rest of Christmasness. Christmasness, is that even a word? But James and I are going to enjoy a cup of tea. It's so boring. Well, mine's a pear tea, so not normal tea. And I think we're going to watch some telly, and then we are going to go and edit this vlog and hit the hay. So, night-night. Hope you guys are all well.